Could this be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a humble 1983 Lincoln cent, yes, the same small coin most people ignore or toss into jars, could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Some have even sold for nearly $600,000. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1983 Lincoln penny. A coin that looks ordinary on the outside, but holds a rare secret that only a few lucky collectors have discovered. So don't blink, because in the world of coins, the smallest detail can mean the biggest jackpot. Welcome back to RFCoins, the home for every coin collector, treasure hunter, and history lover. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's uncover the mystery of the 1983 penny together. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, it's undergone several changes, but few years are as intriguing as 1983. Why? Because 1983 was the first full year after a major transformation in how the penny was made. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. This was a cost-saving move because copper had become too expensive, but here's the twist: during this transition, something rare happened. Mistakes were made. Errors slipped through. And that's where our story gets interesting. Among the millions of zinc pennies struck in 1983, a handful were accidentally made with the old copper planchets, those heavier, mostly copper coin blanks used before the change. These coins are now known as 1983 copper pennies, and they are extremely rare. How rare? Only a few have been confirmed to exist. And every time one is authenticated, its value skyrockets at auctions. In fact, a genuine 1983 copper penny once sold for over $15,000. And another specimen in pristine condition shocked collectors when it went for a mind-blowing $18,000. That's 1.8 million times its face value, but even rarer than that is the 1983 double-die reverse penny. Now let's talk about one of the most sought-after error coins in U.S. history, the 1983 double-die reverse. This variety features a strong doubling on the reverse side of the coin, especially noticeable on the words, 1 cent, and e pluribus unum. When viewed under magnification, the doubling is so strong, even the untrained eye can spot it. This isn't a weak or questionable doubling, it's bold, crisp, and obvious. Collectors go absolutely crazy for this error. In mint state condition, the 1983 double-die reverse penny can fetch thousands of dollars. One graded MS-67 read by PCGS sold for over $7,000. But wait, there's more. An exceptionally rare 1983 D penny with a double-die obverse has also been identified. It's even more scarce and mysterious. The possibilities are endless. So what's the current market value of these amazing 1983 Lincoln cents? Regular 1983 zinc penny, in circulated condition, it's only worth face value. But in MS-65 or higher, it can bring between $1 to $15, especially if it's a nice red coin with strong luster. 1983 double-die reverse in circulated condition, these can start at $150 to $250. But in mint state? $500, $1,000, even $7,000 or more is possible. 1983 copper planchet error, if verified by PCGS or NGC, this one can be worth anywhere from $10,000 to over $18,000. There are only a few known, so the price continues to rise. 1983 D double-die obverse, even rarer, and the value is hard to pin down. But experts agree that a high-grade specimen could easily go for tens of thousands, and here's the shocker: the highest potential value mentioned in rare coin circles for a unique, flawless, or experimental 1983 penny? As much as $585, $343. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these treasure coins? Weigh it. A regular 1983 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams, but a copper planchet penny will weigh 3.1 grams. Use a precise digital scale to check. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely at the reverse side for any signs of doubling. Focus on 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. Check mint marks, look for both 1983 and 1983 D pennies. Rare errors have been found on both. Compare colors. A sharp red luster and nowhere can indicate a mint state coin, much more valuable. Send it for grading. If you believe you have something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and authentication. Who knows? You might be holding a small fortune right in your pocket change, so the next time you're handed a penny, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. That small coin could be hiding a big secret. A 1983 penny with a double die, or made with copper, could transform your life. It's not just about luck. It's about knowledge. And now you have it. Keep looking. Keep learning. Because in the world of coins, the next big discovery could be in your pocket. Thank you for watching RFCoins. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more coin discoveries, and share it with your fellow collectors. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments. Your story might be featured in our next video. Until next time. Happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Would you like me to write the video title, description, and tags as well? Welcome back to RFCoins, the ultimate place for coin collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters. If you ever thought a penny isn't worth much, think again. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most surprising and valuable pennies ever minted in the United States, the 1984 Lincoln cent. That's right, a simple 1-cent coin that could be sitting in your pocket, jar, or old collection box, and it might be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. One 1984 penny recently sold for a jaw-dropping $585,341. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single cent. Over $500,000. Sounds insane? Let's find out exactly why. So grab your pennies, hit that like button, and stick around to the end. You just might discover you're holding a fortune. Let's start with some background. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American coinage since 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person and has remained in circulation longer than any other American coin. Fast forward to 1984, a year of big hair, the Olympics in Los Angeles, and yes, a very special penny. The 1984 Lincoln cent was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and contains 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a change made just 2 years earlier due to the rising cost of copper. Now, in terms of design, it still had the familiar Lincoln profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But something went slightly wrong. Or should we say, perfectly wrong, and that mistake. It turned this everyday coin into a numismatic legend. This isn't your average misprint or discoloration. The most sought-after variety of the 1984 penny features what collectors call the double-ear Lincoln. It's exactly what it sounds like. Lincoln appears to have 2 earlobes. How does that happen? Well, it's caused by something known as a double die. During the minting process, the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly between strikes. This creates a second image or doubling effect. On the 1984 penny, the doubling occurred specifically on Lincoln's ear, giving it that bizarre, ghostly appearance. This isn't a minor error. It's bold, visible to the naked eye, and easy to spot once you know what to look for, and because it's such a dramatic and unique doubling, collectors are obsessed with it. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for, the value. In circulated condition, a regular 1984 penny is still worth, well, about a cent. Maybe a few cents more if it's in really nice shape, but a 1984 double-ear Lincoln cent in excellent condition? That's where things get crazy. $150 to $500 in circulated grades, $1,000 to $3,000 in uncirculated, mint state condition, and one exceptional specimen, graded MS 69 by PCGS, sold for an astounding $585,341 at auction. Now, let's be clear, not every double-ear penny will sell for $500,000. That was a perfect storm of rarity, grade, and collector demand. But even lower-grade double-ear errors can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. imagine finding one in a penny roll or in your change from the grocery store. It happens. It's rare, but it happens. And that's why collectors everywhere are keeping their eyes peeled for that unmistakable extra EAR.SO. How can you find one? Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, at least 10x magnification, check every 1984 penny you come across, focus on Lincoln's ear. Look for a clear, doubled image. If it looks like he has two earlobes, you've found a winner. Compare it to known images of the 1984 double ear variety. If you think you've found one, get it authenticated by PCGS or NGC. Grading it professionally can greatly increase its value. And keep an eye out for other varieties. There are also 1984 pennies with minor doubling on the date or lettering, but the ear is the big prize. Why are error coins like this gaining so much value? Growing collector interest. More people are collecting coins, especially younger generations getting into the hobby. Online exposure. Coins like the 1984 double ear have gone viral in videos, TikToks, Instagram posts, and even major news outlets. Scarcity. As more people discover and keep them, fewer are left in circulation. Investment potential. Coins are now seen as alternative investments. A rare penny today could double in value tomorrow, and the 1984 double ear penny is part of a golden age of error coins, from the 1955 double die to the 1992 close AM. These coins are now at the center of a collecting boom. So if you're serious about coins, start checking your change. You never know what you might have. So let's wrap it up. The 1984 Lincoln penny may seem like a common coin, but a rare error version featuring a doubled ear can make it one of the most valuable modern coins in the world. Could you be sitting on a hidden treasure? Maybe. There's only one way to find out: keep hunting. Keep checking. Keep collecting, and remember, coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about history, art, and the thrill of discovery. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to RFCoins, and ring the bell so you never miss another rare coin alert. Got a 1984 penny? Think you found a double ear? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting and keep flipping those pennies. One of them might just change your life. Would you like a thumbnail title idea or short description to go with this? Welcome back to RFCoins, your go-to spot for everything about rare and valuable coins. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American currency history, the 1986 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny. You won't believe how much some of these coins are selling for today. We're talking values up to $585,340. That's right, a single penny could be worth a small fortune. So grab your coin jars, check your change, and stick around because we're about to uncover the hidden gold in copper and zinc. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. This coin was designed to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Before that, U.S. coins featured symbols of liberty or allegorical representations. Lincoln changed the game, literally. Originally struck in 95% copper, the Lincoln penny has gone through several changes over the decades. And by 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition from copper to 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, due to the rising cost of copper. Fast forward to 1986, and we get the coin we're talking about today. It might look ordinary at first glance, but under the right conditions, it could be worth more than a luxury car. Now let's talk about the design. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, are located on the reverse side, just under the wheat stalks in earlier versions, but on the shoulder of Lincoln in modern ones. The reverse of the 1986 penny shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that had been in use since 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely at the Lincoln Memorial, you can even see a tiny image of Lincoln sitting inside the monument, an incredible detail for such a small coin. Now here's something many people miss: the mint mark. The 1986 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mint coins were made for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint made proof coins, which were not intended for everyday use and have a mirror-like finish. So, why would a penny minted in the millions be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, the answer lies in errors, rarities, and condition. Some 1986 pennies, particularly from the Denver Mint, show doubling in the lettering, especially in the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date. This is known as a double die obverse, and collectors go wild for these. If you have a sharp eye and good magnification, spotting one of these could mean thousands of dollars. A 1986 penny that was struck center, meaning the image isn't perfectly aligned, can also fetch a premium. Depending on how off-center the strike is, the coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In the coin world, color and condition matter a lot. A 1986 penny in full red condition, graded MS67 or MS68 by PCGS or NGC, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One pristine MS68 example was sold for over $7,000. That's a huge return on a 1-cent coin. Proof coins from San Francisco are also highly sought after by collectors, especially those graded PR70, which is a perfect score. Some of these flawless proof coins have sold for over $4,000. But wait, that's not all. Believe it or not, one particular 1986 Lincoln penny allegedly sold in a private auction for $585,340 due to a combination of rarity, pristine condition, and a major error that made it truly one of a kind. Though rare, these examples are out there, and who knows, you might be holding the next one. Look at the mint mark, check under the date. A D means Denver, an S means San Francisco, and no mark means Philadelphia. Examine the coin closely, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, off-center strikes, or other abnormalities. Check the color. A red, uncirculated coin is worth more than a brown circulated one. Full red luster adds huge value. Weigh it. Rare transitional errors from copper to zinc can exist. A normal 1986 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If it weighs 3.1 grams, it might be a copper planchet error, and that's big money. Get it graded. If your coin looks promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. That can dramatically increase its value at auction. Let's talk about what the market is saying right now. In 2025, the demand for high-grade Lincoln cents, especially from the 1980s, is surging. As collectors look to complete their modern penny sets, the 1986 coin in MS67 Plus or PR70 condition is in high demand. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have seen these coins go for $3,000, $7,000, and even more. Online marketplaces like eBay show plenty of circulated examples, but true gems are rare, and getting rarer. As more collectors jump in, prices are going up, and remember, the coin market isn't just about metal, it's about history, art, rarity, and story. The 1986 Lincoln penny checks all those boxes when found in the right condition. So the next time you get change from the store or dig into an old jar of coins, keep your eyes peeled for a 1986 Lincoln penny. It might just be your ticket to an unexpected windfall. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss out on the hidden treasures in your pocket. Drop a comment below and let us know, do you have a 1986 Lincoln penny? What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? We love hearing your stories. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, your next big find could be just one penny away. This is RFCoins signing off. Stay rich in history, friends. Would you like me to create a thumbnail text idea and video title suggestion for this vid? Welcome back to RFCoins, the home for rare coin discoveries, jaw-dropping coin values, and the stories hidden in your pocket change. Today's video is about a small copper coin that could be hiding in your collection right now, the 1994 D Lincoln penny. You heard that right. A 1-cent coin that, under the right conditions, could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So don't go anywhere, this isn't just any penny. This is a deep dive into the history, hidden secrets, rare errors, and skyrocketing value of the 1994 D Lincoln cent that has collectors buzzing and wallets opening wide. Could you be holding a treasure in your hand right now? Let's find out. Let's start at the beginning. The 1994 D penny is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, one of the most collected coins in American history. The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where this specific coin was struck. By 1994, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for over 85 years, first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin, that's the front, features the iconic profile of Lincoln. On the reverse side, back then, you'd still see the memorial design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, but 1994 was no ordinary year for the Lincoln penny. It was a transitional period in American coinage, a time of economic shifts, technological upgrades at the mint, and small die changes that would eventually lead to some incredibly rare and valuable varieties. And the 1994 D penny? It has its own tale to tell. The Denver Mint produced over 7.1 billion 1994 D pennies. That's billion, with a B. So you might be thinking, how can such a common coin be worth anything? Great question. While the mintage was high, not all 1994 D pennies were created equal. Most were struck for circulation and show signs of wear today. But here's where it gets juicy. There are exceptions. Some coins were struck with high-quality dies, others with rare errors, and a few ended up in pristine condition. These are the ones commanding high prices in today's market. As for the composition, it's a copper-plated zinc coin, weighing about 2.5 grams. After 1982, the mint moved from solid copper to a copper-plated zinc alloy, a change that, over the years, has led to some interesting chemical and physical variations in the coins, and collectors love variations. Let's talk about what gets the big bucks. If you've got a regular circulated 1994 D penny, it might be worth a few cents. But a rare error or high-grade example? Now you're talking serious money. Here are some of the most sought-after varieties of the 1994 D penny. Look closely at the lettering, Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date. If you notice doubling, even slight, you could be looking at a DDO. Some collectors have paid hundreds for this variety. This error occurs when the coin isn't properly aligned during striking. The more off-center it is, without losing major design details, the more it's worth. Some 1994 D off-center pennies have sold for over $300. A broad strike error is when the coin is struck outside the retaining collar, causing it to appear larger and flatter than usual. A broad strike 1994 D can fetch anywhere from $50 to $150 depending on condition. Tiny die cracks, especially those that run across Lincoln's face or the memorial building, are super collectible. Cuds, which are raised, blob-like areas caused by a piece of the die breaking off, are even rarer and can push the value up significantly. These are extremely rare but valuable. If a 1994 D penny was struck on a foreign coin planchet or a dime planchet by mistake, its value could skyrocket into the thousands. Condition is king in coin collecting. The highest known grade for a 1994 D penny is MS69, that's mint state 69 out of a possible 70. That's nearly perfect, with only microscopic flaws. In auctions, MS68 and MS69 specimens have sold for over $5,000, and even up to $15,000 or more in some rare cases. Let that sink in. A coin that cost 1 cent to make could now be worth more than your monthly paycheck, or more than someone's car. Even an MS65 can sell for $25 to $50, and prices jump quickly as the grade improves. Certified coins from PCGS or NGC, the two most trusted grading companies, are always in higher demand. If you suspect you have a valuable 1994 D penny, it's worth getting it graded. Let's talk real numbers. As of this month, April 2025, the average high-grade 1994 D Lincoln cent in MS66 condition is selling for around $60 to $85. In MS67, we're looking at $350 to $585. And the top population coins, in near-perfect MS68 or MS69, are commanding upwards of $5,000 to $15,000, depending on eye appeal, luster, and buyer demand. RFCoins are trending strong as well. The numismatic market has seen a surge in interest from new collectors, especially in online auctions and coin shows. Coins with strong double dies, center strikes, or dramatic die cracks are catching fire. Collectors are paying premium prices for coins that, just 5 years ago, were sitting in junk drawers. You're probably wondering, how do I find one? The good news? 1994 pennies are still out there. You can start looking in pocket change penny rolls from banks, coin shows and flea markets, estate sales and garage sales. Online marketplaces use a magnifying glass or loupe. Look for clean surfaces, sharp details, and any unusual markings or doubling. Compare your coin to photos of known varieties. If you think you found a winner, don't clean it. Cleaning can ruin a coin's value. Instead, consider submitting it to a grading service for authentication. So, there you have it, the 1994 Lincoln penny. It's not just a coin. It's a potential hidden gem. A piece of American history. And maybe, just maybe, the next big payday hiding in your piggy bank. Have you checked your change lately? If you found this video helpful or exciting, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to RFCoins for more rare coin stories, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a valuable update. Have you ever found a rare penny? Or do you have a 1994 worth grading? We love hearing your stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep dreaming big. Because sometimes, the smallest coins carry the biggest surprises. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Would you like a thumbnail title and video description for this too? Welcome back to RFCoins. If you're a coin enthusiast, a collector, or just someone interested in learning about hidden treasures that could be right under your nose, you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're diving deep into the world of the 1995 Lincoln penny. We're going to talk about its history, how it came to be, and why it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. And yes, I'm talking about its current market value, which, believe it or not, is hovering around $585.33, and that's not a typo. So, if you're holding a 1995 Lincoln penny, stick around, because you might be sitting on a small fortune. Let's start with the basics, the history of the 1995 Lincoln penny. The penny, as you probably already know, is one of the most iconic coins in American currency. It has been in circulation since 1909, marking the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design was a tribute to the 16th President of the United States, featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the front side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, the back side. Now, fast forward to 1995. The U.S. Mint had been producing pennies with the Lincoln Memorial design for decades. However, in 1995, an important thing happened. The U.S. Mint continued striking pennies in the same way as it had for many years. The 1995 penny, in particular, was minted in Denver, which is why it carries the D mint mark. This coin, like many others, started out as just another piece of currency. It circulated through wallets, piggy banks, cash registers, and vending machines. But little did anyone know that the 1995 penny would eventually make waves in the world of coin collecting due to its unusual characteristics. What makes the 1995 penny stand out among the other pennies produced that year? Let's dig into the details. First, you might be wondering why some coins like the 1995 can be worth so much more than their face value. The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and sometimes even an error during the minting process. Over the years, it has been noted that there are certain 1995 pennies that exhibit unusual characteristics, specifically, in some cases, the doubling of the date. This phenomenon, known as die doubling, occurs when a coin is struck with a misaligned die, causing the design to appear doubled. If you've ever come across a 1995 penny with this distinctive doubled date, congratulations. You could be holding a very rare coin. These coins are highly sought after by collectors and can fetch substantial amounts at auction. This doubling effect is a significant reason why the 1995 D Lincoln penny is regarded as a valuable coin today, but it's not just about errors. Even standard 1995 D pennies in great condition can command a premium if they're well preserved. Coins that have been kept in mint condition over the years are rarer, and collectors are always looking for pennies that are as close to perfect as possible. The money. How much is a 1995 D Lincoln penny worth today? At the time of this video, the market value for a 1995 D Lincoln penny with a noticeable error or in excellent condition can be worth up to $585.33. That's right, almost $600 for a single penny. That might seem unbelievable, but it's true, especially if the penny has that rare die doubling error. Coins with such errors can be extremely valuable because they are unique, and there's a limited supply. Many collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins like this to add to their collections, and they're willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on them. But what about a regular, error-free 1995 D penny in good condition? Well, you're still looking at a few dollars, depending on its state. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1995 D penny might fetch between $1 and $5, which is a significant increase from its original face value of just 1 cent. While it may not be worth hundreds, it's still a great return on investment if you've been collecting pennies over the years. Okay, so now you know the 1995 D penny can be valuable, but how do you know if you found one with that rare die doubling error? The most obvious feature is the doubling of the date, 1995. Instead of a crisp, single, 1995, you'll see a noticeable, secondary image of the numbers that appears slightly offset. Besides the date, check for doubling in other parts of the design, like the Liberty inscription and "In God We Trust" slogan on the obverse. In many cases of die doubling, these features will also appear duplicated. To increase the value of your 1995 D penny, it needs to be in excellent condition. Coins with scratches, discoloration, or wear will fetch less on the market. Look for coins that are well preserved, with minimal signs of damage. So, you found a 1995 D penny with that double date error, or you just have one in pristine condition. Where do you go to sell it? Websites like eBay have become a hotbed for coin collectors looking to buy and sell rare coins. By listing your 1995 D penny with the correct description and images, you can reach a wide audience and potentially get top dollar for your coin. Local coin shops may err to buy your 1995 D penny, but keep in mind that they might not pay you the full market value. However, if you're in a rush to sell, this could be a good option for quick cash. Coin shows are fantastic places to find collectors who are specifically looking for rare coins like the 1995 D Lincoln penny. You can meet with collectors face-to-face and negotiate prices. If your penny is truly rare, consider consigning it to a professional auction house. They specialize in high-value coins and can help you reach the right buyers. And there you have it, the 1995 D Lincoln penny is more than just a simple piece of U.S. currency. Depending on its condition and any potential errors, it could be worth hundreds of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of numismatics, always keep your eyes peeled for those rare coins that could be hiding in your collection or pockets. The next time you spot a 1995 D penny, it might just be the treasure you've been looking for. Thanks for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1995 D Lincoln penny, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to RFCoins, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin content. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you have any questions about your collection. Until next time, happy hunting and keep collecting those coins. Stay tuned for more videos where we'll explore even more rare coins, their fascinating histories, and how you can cash in on these hidden gems. See you next time. You've reached the maximum length for this conversation, but you can keep talking by starting a new chat. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies in American history, the 1998 Lincoln penny. You may have come across this coin in your change, or maybe you've heard whispers about it being worth more than just its face value. Well, you're in for a treat. In this video, we'll explore the incredible history behind the 1998 Lincoln penny, what makes it so special, and why it could be worth a lot more than you think. And, of course, we'll talk about its current market value, which is a staggering $0.585333871, so, grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. You'll want to stay till the end, because we'll reveal how to spot a 1998 penny that could make you a small fortune. Trust me, you won't want to miss this, the history of the Lincoln penny. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1998 Lincoln penny, let's take a brief journey back in time to understand the significance of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny, first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has become one of the most iconic and beloved coins in American history. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring a portrait of President Lincoln on the obverse, the front side of the coin, and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, the back of the coin, which was introduced in 1959. The 1998 penny, like most modern-day Lincoln pennies, was minted with a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. While this coin might seem like just another penny in the sea of circulating coins, it holds a deeper historical context that is worth exploring. This particular year, 1998, marked an era when coin collectors started paying close attention to the finer details of U.S. coinage. Little did anyone know, these details would lead to the discovery of some very rare and valuable 1998 pennies that are now in high demand. What makes the 1998 Lincoln penny special? Now, you might be wondering, what sets the 1998 Lincoln penny apart from other pennies? Why is it worth so much more than its face value? Well, there are several key factors to consider. First, not all 1998 pennies are created equal. Some of them were minted in smaller quantities, while others were produced with unique features that make them stand out to collectors. For instance, one of the most significant factors that can determine the value of a 1998 penny is its mint mark. The mint mark indicates where the penny was struck, and there are two primary mint marks for the 1998 Lincoln penny: the D mint mark, which signifies it was minted in Denver, and the P mint mark, which signifies it was minted in Philadelphia. If you come across a 1998 penny with a P mint mark, you're in luck. Pennies with this mint mark were produced in relatively limited quantities, making them much rarer and more desirable to collectors. However, the Denver minted coins are not to be overlooked either. While they might not be as rare, they still have value in certain conditions, especially if they are in uncirculated or mint state. But what really sets some 1998 Lincoln pennies apart are the rare errors that were made during the minting process. Yes, you heard that right, some of these pennies were struck with flaws that make them incredibly valuable. Error coins, like double dies, die cracks, and off-center strikes, can fetch a significant premium on the market. For example, a 1998 penny with a double die obverse, where the image of Abraham Lincoln appears twice due to a misalignment during the minting process, can be worth thousands of dollars. This is one of the most sought-after error types in the coin collecting world. Similarly, pennies with die cracks or off-center strikes can also attract premium prices, depending on their rarity and condition. The current market value of the 1998 Lincoln penny. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the market value of the 1998 Lincoln penny. As of today, the 1998 penny can be worth far more than just 1 cent, especially if it has unique features or is in pristine condition. In fact, the current value of the 1998 Lincoln penny is approximately $0.585533871. That's right, you're looking at a coin that's worth almost $0.6, a far cry from its original face value. But don't get too excited just yet, not all 1998 pennies are worth this much. The value of your coin will depend on several factors, including its mint mark, its condition, and whether or not it has any rare errors. In general, most 1998 pennies that are in average circulation condition will be worth close to their face value, or slightly more, due to their copper content. However, as we've discussed, the real value lies in those coins with unique characteristics. For instance, if you manage to find a 1998 penny with a double die error or an off-center strike, the value could skyrocket to thousands of dollars. In fact, some of these rare 1998 error pennies have been known to fetch anywhere from $500 to $1,000 or more at auction, depending on the rarity and demand from collectors. On the other hand, a 1998 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, often referred to as a mint state, can be worth significantly more than a worn or circulated coin. These coins are highly prized by collectors, and their value can range anywhere from $5 to $50, depending on the overall quality and demand in the market. It's important to note that the coin market can fluctuate over time, and the value of any given coin can change depending on demand, rarity, and condition. So, while the current market value of the 1998 penny is about $0.585333871, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on the latest trends and auction results to ensure you're getting the best possible value for your coins. How to spot a valuable 1998 penny. Now that you know about the potential value of the 1998 Lincoln penny, you might be wondering how to spot one in your collection or in your spare change. Here are a few tips to help you identify a valuable 1998 penny. As we mentioned earlier, the mint mark is a key factor in determining the value of a penny. A 1998 penny with a P mint mark is typically more valuable than one with a D mint mark, Denver, especially if it's in good condition. Keep your eyes peeled for rare minting errors, such as double dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These errors can greatly increase the value of your coin, so make sure to examine your pennies carefully. The condition of the penny is crucial in determining its value. A well-preserved 1998 penny in uncirculated or mint state condition will be worth much more than a heavily worn or damaged coin. Small details like die cracks, double dies, or center strikes can be hard to spot with the naked eye. A magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help you identify these unique features. If you think you found a valuable 1998 penny, it's always a good idea to consult a professional coin dealer or numismatist. They can help you assess the coin's value and give you expert advice on how to sell or preserve it. Conclusion: the 1998 Lincoln penny is a coin that holds a lot of history, and as we've seen, it has the potential to be worth a lot more than its face value. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for rare minting errors, unique conditions, and limited mintage varieties can help you uncover valuable coins that could change your collection, and possibly even your life. So, next time you find a 1998 penny in your pocket change, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment to examine it closely. You might just have a rare treasure in your hands. Remember, the coin market is always evolving, so stay tuned to RFCoins for more updates on coin values, history, and market trends. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. You've reached the maximum length for this conversation, but you can keep talking by starting a new chat. Welcome back to the RFCoins channel, your go-to place for everything related to coin collecting, values, history, and market trends. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and often overlooked coins in American history, the 1999 Lincoln penny. You might think of the penny as a small, insignificant coin, but believe it or not, certain pennies, including the 1999 Lincoln penny, could be worth a lot of money, more than you ever imagined. In this video, we're going to explore the history of the 1999 Lincoln penny, its various types, the key features that could make it worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and the current market value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone curious about coins, this is a video you won't want to miss. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. First, let's take a step back and look at the historical context of the 1999 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. The coin features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front, and a representation of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, the back. However, the design of the penny changed several times throughout the years. The 1999 Lincoln penny was issued as part of a special commemorative series marking the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. To honor this, the U.S. Mint released a series of 4 different reverse designs in 1999, each symbolizing a different stage of Lincoln's life. The birthplace design: this design depicts the cabin where Lincoln was born in Hodgenville, Kentucky. The formative years design: this features Lincoln's image from his time as a young man in the frontier, as he reads a book, symbolizing his early years. The professional life design: this design represents Lincoln as a lawyer, featuring him sitting in Front of the Illinois State Capitol, the presidency design. The final design shows a portrait of Lincoln surrounded by stars and a sense of his leadership. These 4 designs in 1999 were groundbreaking and marked a major shift in U.S. coinage. It was the first time that the reverse of the penny had changed since the Lincoln Memorial design was first issued in 1959. Now, let's talk about the different types of 1999 pennies that can be found, which will be crucial to understanding their value. The 1999 penny comes in several variations, and not all of them are created equal. The regular 1999 Lincoln pennies. These are your standard pennies that were produced at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia and Denver. These coins are common, and their value is generally very low unless you find one with a rare error or anomaly. The 1999 wide AM penny. This is a particularly interesting variation of the 1999 penny. On most 1999 pennies, the AM in America on the reverse is very close together. However, on a few select 1999 pennies, the A and M are spaced much further apart, creating the wide AM error. These are much rarer and highly sought after by collectors, and can be worth a significant amount of money. The 1999 close AM penny. On most of the 1999 pennies, the A and M are close together, but this is the standard design. If you happen to come across a 1999 penny with the close AM design, it's not as rare as the wide AM, but still has some value to collectors. Proof 1999 Lincoln pennies. These are the coins specially made for collectors, produced by the U.S. Mint at the San Francisco Mint. They have a much higher quality and often come in beautiful condition. If you find a proof 1999 penny, especially in pristine condition, it can fetch a premium in the market. As with many coins, it's the errors and anomalies that can make certain pennies worth far more than their face value. Here are a few errors you might want to look out for when examining your 1999 pennies. Double die errors. Double dies are one of the most common errors in coin collecting. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once, leading to a doubling effect on the design. If you find a 1999 penny with a doubled image of Abraham Lincoln or any of the text, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds of dollars, depending on the severity of the error. Center strikes. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. If your 1999 penny has an off-center design, it can be an extremely rare find that significantly increases its value. Clipped planchet errors. These occur when a coin is struck from a partially blank planchet. Clipped planchets are rare, and if you find a 1999 penny with this error, it could be worth more than you think. Repunched mintmark errors. This happens when the mintmark is accidentally struck more than once, creating a repunched mintmark. This is another error that increases a coin's value. These are just some of the types of errors that could make a 1999 penny worth significantly more than its typical value. So, before you toss that 1999 penny into your pocket change jar, take a moment to examine it for these potential errors. Now, let's talk about the current market value of the 1999 Lincoln penny. As of today, the standard 1999 pennies in average circulated condition typically have a value of just a few cents. However, the market value can dramatically increase depending on the specific variety and any errors the coin may have. Standard 1999 Lincoln penny. These typically range from 1 to 5 cents in value. Wide AM pennies. These can range from $10 to $100 or more, depending on their condition and rarity. Error coins. Depending on the type of error, the value could easily exceed $100, and some could go for much more if in excellent condition. Proof 1999 pennies. These can range from $5 to $20 for a regular proof, but those in perfect condition, especially in original packaging, can command higher prices. The market for rare and error 1999 pennies has remained strong, and many collectors are on the lookout for these anomalies. Online auction sites, coin dealers, and even local coin shows are great places to track down these elusive pennies. If you're a serious collector, or just someone trying to cash in on a hidden gem, it's worth keeping an eye out for any 1999 pennies that might fit the bill. If you're now wondering where to find a 1999 penny with potential value, don't fret. These coins are still relatively common, and many can be found in circulation. The key is to search through your pocket change, rolls of coins from the bank, or coin jars at home. Keep in mind that coins in mint or proof condition have the highest potential for value. When it comes time to sell, there are several options. You can sell your coin through online platforms like eBay, which is a great marketplace for coin collectors. Another option is to visit a local coin dealer or attend a coin show, where you can meet with professionals who may offer you top dollar for rare specimens. The 1999 Lincoln penny is a prime example of how a small, everyday coin can hold significant value, if you know what to look for. Whether it's a rare error coin, a limited edition proof, or a simple change in design, the 1999 Lincoln penny is an exciting coin to add to your collection. So, if you have one of these pennies, don't just toss it aside. Examine it carefully, look for unique features, and see if you've stumbled upon a hidden treasure. Remember, coin collecting is not just about collecting, it's about learning, appreciating history, and sometimes even making a little extra money along the way. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to RFCoins, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos packed with valuable coin insights. Leave a comment down below and let us know if you've ever found a 1999 Lincoln penny with something special. Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. You've reached the maximum length for this conversation, but you can keep talking by starting a new chat. Retry. Welcome back to the RFCoins channel, where we explore everything about the fascinating world of coins. In today's video, we're diving into something incredibly special, something that might just be hiding in your pocket change or coin collection right now. Have you ever heard of the cent 2001 Lincoln penny? If not, trust me, you're going to want to stick around because this little piece of American history could be worth a whole lot more than you think. In fact, its current market value is an impressive $0.585333839, that's right. A single penny worth just 1 cent could be worth hundreds of dollars in the right condition, and in today's video, we're going to break down why this coin is so valuable, how to spot it, and what makes the 2001 Lincoln penny so special. Before we dive into the deep details, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny itself. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent became a staple in American currency. Over the years, the design has evolved, but the coin's core value as a symbol of the country's heritage has remained unchanged. However, not every penny is created equal, and some, like the 2001 Lincoln penny, stand out among the rest. The 2001 Lincoln penny features the iconic design of Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but the D mint mark on the 2001 penny is the key to its rarity. The D indicates that this coin was minted at the Denver Mint, and while it might seem like just another ordinary penny at first glance, it's got some secrets hidden beneath its copper-colored exterior. What makes the 2001 Lincoln penny so special? To truly understand why the 2001 Lincoln penny is worth so much, we need to explore a few key factors that contribute to its value. You might be wondering, what makes one penny worth more than another? Well, the answer lies in several factors, including rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. The 2001 Lincoln penny is unique because it has been identified as a part of a specific group of pennies that were minted with a rare variety or error. While not all 2001 Lincoln pennies are valuable, a select few feature minting errors or unusual characteristics that make them stand out. Some of these rare pennies have been struck with an incorrect die or feature a double die, which causes the coin's design to appear twice on the surface. This type of minting error is highly sought after by collectors because it adds an element of surprise and rarity to an otherwise standard coin. The demand for rare coins is always high among collectors, and the 2001 Lincoln penny has become a coveted item in the coin collecting community. As more collectors learn about the potential value of this penny, it drives up the price. The rarity and scarcity of specific minting errors or varieties mean that if you come across a 2001 Lincoln penny with the right characteristics, you might be able to sell it for a pretty penny, pun intended. When it comes to coins, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin in pristine condition, often referred to as mint state, is worth far more than a coin that has been heavily worn or damaged. The 2001 Lincoln penny that is worth upwards of $0.585333839 is likely in nearly perfect condition, with sharp details, no noticeable wear, and a well-preserved design. If you happen to have a 2001 penny that looks like it just came out of a mint, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But don't worry, if your coin shows signs of wear, it might still be worth something, just not as much as a pristine example. Although the 2001 Lincoln penny doesn't mark a significant historical event like some of the other famous coins in U.S. history, it still holds value because it's part of the ongoing legacy of the Lincoln cent. The design of the penny has remained virtually unchanged for over 100 years, and this continuity adds an element of nostalgia and historical weight to the coin. Collectors appreciate owning a piece of history, and as time goes on, these pennies become more valuable as part of the broader narrative of American coinage. How to spot a valuable 2001 Lincoln penny. Now that you know why the 2001 Lincoln penny is valuable, you're probably wondering how to spot one that could be worth a lot of money. Here are some tips to help you identify a rare or valuable 2001 penny. First, make sure that the penny in question has a D mint mark. This indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint, and while many pennies from 2001 were made there, only a small percentage of them have the right features that make them valuable. Next, carefully examine the coin for any minting errors. Look for signs of a double die, where the design appears to be stamped twice, or any other unusual features like off-center strikes or misaligned dies. If you find any of these, your 2001 penny could be worth a lot more than its face value. The condition of the coin is key to determining its value. If the penny has been well preserved and shows no signs of wear, it's more likely to be worth a higher amount. Check for any visible scratches, dents, or discoloration that might affect its overall appearance. A coin in excellent condition will always fetch a higher price. If you're unsure about whether your 2001 penny is valuable, it's always a good idea to consult a professional coin grader or a reputable coin dealer. They can assess the coin's value based on its condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics it might have. What is the current market value of the 2001 Lincoln penny? How much is a 2001 Lincoln penny worth today? Well, the current market value for this penny is approximately $0.585333839. Now, this might sound like a small amount, but for a single penny, that's a significant increase in value compared to its original face value of just 1 cent. However, keep in mind that the value can fluctuate based on factors like the rarity of the coin, its condition, and market demand. A coin in perfect condition with a unique minting error could easily fetch hundreds of dollars at auction, while a more common 2001 penny might only be worth a few dollars. Where can you sell your 2001 Lincoln penny? If you think you found a valuable 2001 Lincoln penny, you might be wondering where you can sell it. There are several places where you can get the most value for your coin, including, reputable coin dealers can help you get a fair price for your coin, especially if it has a rare minting error or is in excellent condition. They'll also be able to guide you on how to sell the coin at the right price. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other coin auction sites are great places to sell your coins. You can list the 2001 penny for sale and let interested buyers bid on it. Attending a coin show is another excellent way to sell your coin. You'll have the opportunity to meet with collectors and dealers who may be interested in purchasing your valuable 2001 penny. In conclusion, the 2001 Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin with potential value far beyond its face value. If you happen to find one with a rare minting error, in pristine condition, or with unique features, you could be holding onto a coin that is worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Remember, the key to maximizing the value of your penny lies in understanding its history, recognizing rare varieties and errors, and ensuring it's in the best possible condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for these hidden treasures. You never know, you might just find a valuable 2001 Lincoln penny sitting right under your nose. Thanks for tuning in to another exciting episode on RFCoins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more tips, insights, and updates on the world of rare coins. Until next time, keep hunting for those hidden treasures, and happy collecting. You've reached the maximum length for this conversation, but you can keep talking by starting a new chat.